You can hire us for creating your dream website at affordable price.
Hey
Contact
coders,
now.
welcome back
Link
to
is in
Webcodes. In
description.
this video, we will do setup for our full stack web development course. That means we will do the mandatory things which we require. That means the softwares or many other things which we should require in this long journey of web development. Okay, so the thing is that you need a text editor. That means you need first of all a text editor for coding your codes. That means where you will write your codes and make a fully fledged websites. That means where you will write your HTML code, CSS code, JavaScript code, PHP code. For that you could use like in Notepad plus plus. That means where you can use any code editor, but I should recommend you to use VS Code, as if many people are using Notepad plus plus, but the resources which VS Code gives you is a lot. You can not compare VS Code to in Notepad plus plus or any other. So for that, if you have not that much specs, so you can use its website, that is vscode.dev. That is simply search vscode.dev on your laptop or in your PC. In any browser you can use Edge, Firefox or any. Just go to vscode.dev. Okay, okay, so it will open this type of window where you can create your code, or where you can create your folder and create your HTML file, CSS file, and link across them. Okay, so first of the thing is that to create your project file folder where you will make your where you will write your codes and deploy your website. So for that, just click on the open folder. Simply click on open folder, and you will be redirect to your file manager. That means your my computer. I could be creating here a new folder. Let's create a new folder here. Okay, simply by clicking on right click on new, and just click new folder. I would rename it to web development course. Okay, and click on select folder and select. Now even you have to give the permission to view files, and it will say you do trust the authors, so I will trust it. Yes, and here is our folder has been created. Now simply create new file here, and just simply let me it do HTML dot html. Okay, so it I should not create here, I have to create there now. Okay, so simply on here plus icon, here is the plus icon. Simply click on here and just click write html dot html. Okay, now click on save changes. You have to apply because so that VS Code automatically every time saves it. Now here you are seeing that it is a black screen, nothing, no code is written here. So what we have to do, we have to just simply create our web development our HTML basic layout, basic structure. If you are thinking that you are using Notepad, it is quite very much difficult. You have to write doc type, many other things. Okay, but in VS Code you have to simply click on shift, and in the this symbol exclamatory of mark, and just simply click yes, it is saying this amet abbreviation. Yes, you will get infinite amets, infinite I'm sorry, that is not infinite, but a lot of amets. Just simply click and it is done. Here you are seeing that it is the basic structure where you here head tag, inside head meta tags and title tags are automatically has been written here. Okay, so the thing is that we have also know what is that this code is saying. So first of all, this is doc type HTML. This doc type HTML is the basic tag which is saying that this document is created in HTML5 language. Okay, now after that HTML language, here we are saying that the language of the this web page or this website is English language. En refers for English, Ru refers for Russian, and many other language you can choose. Now inside head tag, here there are a meta char set, meta name viewport. It is the most important. Okay, you should not replace this code as because if you can you will replace it would be not responsive website. Okay, the thing is that here you can see that content width is equal to device width. That means what is your device. If you are using PC, then it will automatically stretch our web page to the size of your laptop or your PC or your TV or your smartphone. Okay, so it is very important for your responsiveness. Now here you can see that it is saying a document. That means title tag is the is used for creating titles of your web page. That means it will show on your browser's tab. That means here you can see that html.html, it is the title of this website. Okay, now if I would write here, what I should write here, let me full stack web web dev course. Okay, so here you can see that I have write full stack web development course. If I will preview this website, okay, this page in this let me preview, let me show you its preview. You could see so what is the file? We have C colon. I have written in the documents. I have created another folder which name is web development, website development. I think that is okay. Now, yeah, web development course. Here is the folder. I am opening the HTML file. Okay, you can see here full stack web dev course. Okay, you are seeing that here is it written that full stack web development course. Okay, if you want to change it, let me change it to web dev by web codes. Okay, why web codes? Take okay. Come on here. If you will see, you will see that it doesn't change because in if you are using a VS Code in website, it requires a refresh. But if you are using it in laptop in your so as a software, just install a plugin called live server and it automatically will be refreshed. Okay, here after refreshing it, you can see that full stack web dev by web codes, it is showing that. Okay, so this is the title of this web page. Okay, now if you want to write anything inside this, the images or any other things, text, headings, or many things that you seen in your web page are inside the body tag. That means if you write, let me write a code for h1 tag. Suppose we are adding h1, so h1 you can see that after using amet, I am just clicking h1 and it easily created the closing tag also. Okay, so h1, let me write h1 web dev course. Okay, now here you will see that after refreshing, I will refresh on here, it is web development course written. Now it is a very simple one. You can create, we will be creating more than this. Okay, the thing is that it is very simple one. Okay, you can use any other codes. I will be teaching you in further classes, but it is the introduction video, so I am not making it not that much long. It is quite simple one. Okay, so if you are thinking you are will be thinking that here doc type HTML tag has not a closing tag. Okay, why some tags does not require to close them. Okay, like HTML tag, you have to close the HTML tag at the last. Body tag also requires the closing tag. Title tag also, and here meta does not require to close it. Okay, so if I want to know many other tags which also not required to close are like br tag. You could use br tag which creates a break inside a web page. Okay, like if I am thinking that web development, here written Okay, yeah, you can see that after just refreshing my after when I refreshed it pulls down. Okay, it creates a gap between it because I have uses the break tag. ठीक है? Okay, the break tag does not require the closing tag. You can usually use it. Now let us see some of other examples. Like we could create here, we could centralize it. Okay, now let's center it. Make it center by using such a simple tag called center tag, and it also requires a clothing tag. I will using it here, and now let's refresh. You would be thinking that it is at the center. Now, what is HTML? You would be thinking HTML is a very simple. It is just a markup language, not a programming language like Java, PHP, or Python. These are called programming language, whereas is called a markup language. Okay, what is its full form? Its full form is it stands for HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for Hypertext Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, markup language. And you would be thinking, what is the CSS? CSS stand for Cascading Slide Sheets. Okay, CSS is used to create more advanced websites. Like if you are creating a website using HTML, this is not that much good enough. It is not that much attractive. But after using CSS, you can make it attractive. You can use borders, you can use background colors, you can use animations, you can give effects to your HTML code, your heading, your CSS boxes. You can use box shadows and many other things in your website, which makes your website more attractive and more enhancing, and your users will be your users will be feeling more happy by using this type of website which uses the CSS. If you are creating a simple website using HTML, it not looks that much good. It looks like very damn. But if you are using CSS, and it makes your website to a great level of user experience. Now if you want to create a CSS file, simply click on here and it will be opening the file. Just click on CSS and its extension is CSS. Okay, you have to write it like style. We use style here. I am for your explanation, I have written CSS. You should always write style dot CSS. Okay, now press enter and style will be also here. Now if you want to link it, simply we will linking it. But in this video is becoming more longer, about 13 minutes of video has been covered by as I am recording. But in the next video we will know how to link our style sheet to our HTML our style sheet to our HTML page. Okay, so for that now that is in this video we have learned how to what is HTML, what is CSS, what are the HTML codes, and what are its requirement, and why are we uses this type of codes, and what are the codes which do not require the closing tag, and many other things. Okay, now with this I am ending this video. We will be meeting in the next video where I will tell you how to link your CSS file to your HTML page. Okay, so तब तक के लिए bye bye, goodbye.